pinch of paprika. A pinch.
Is that Paprikash?
I thought it might lift your spirits.
Spirits lifted.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a look at Vision's Paprikash from Captain America Civil War. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have this smattering of tools laid out before you? Why is the bar empty? Well, that's because after 2 happy years in Harlem, I am moving to a new apartment. I'm moving tomorrow, in fact, and the rest of my kitchen looks like this. But I wanted to squeeze one more episode out of this place, and Vision's Paprikash was very easy because he actually visibly holds the recipe on screen. It's a recipe from Savour that calls for 1 finely minced onion, a finely minced Italian frying pepper, and 2 cored and chopped Roma tomatoes. And like most Paprikash recipes, it calls for a whole chicken broken down into pieces. If you want to see how to do this, go check out the tag in the upper right hand corner right now. Once you've got your chicken broken down into 8 pieces, it's time to fry them up. Heat up some canola oil in a stainless steel skillet until it is just smoking. Lay the chicken in, skin side down, and don't you dare even think about moving it for at least 5 minutes, or until the skin is beautiful golden, crispy brown. Hit the underside for another 3 to 4 minutes and form a beautiful layer of fond oil and chicken fat, into which we're going to dump our finely minced onion, give it a little saute until it's soft and translucent, and add our remaining vegetables, sauteing just enough to let them get to know each other, before adding 3 big old tablespoons of paprika. I don't know what Vision was talking about with a pinch. There's a lot of paprika in chicken paprikash, if you couldn't have guessed. We're just toasting this for like 15-30 seconds because paprika burns pretty quickly, before adding 2 cups of homemade chicken stock. We're then adding back the chicken pieces with their crispiest parts facing skyward, any collected juices from wherever they were resting, and the recipe calls for this to be simply simmered for 30 minutes, but I think braising it in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 45 minutes will result in crispier skin, and it'll give us a bit more time to make some Hungarian dumplings, or Sokovian dumplings, I guess. We are whisking together 2 eggs, along with 1 tablespoon of sour cream, seasoning it with a little bit of salt, and slowly adding roughly 3/4 of a cup of flour. We're not doing this by weight because we're after a certain texture, which even if you measure your flour, it could vary depending on the size of your eggs. We want it to sort of be like an extra thick pancake batter. Then, using a spoon dipped in hot water, we're going to scrape a little, probably about a half teaspoon's worth of the dough at a time into some simmering water. P.S. I'm only doing such a small batch of dumplings because of the size of my remaining bowl. If you're making a full meal for 4 or even 2, you're going to want to double this recipe. Either way, we're simmering these guys for 6 to 10 minutes depending on your preferred level of doneness, straining them and adding to them a pat of butter for both its flavor and anti-stickiness properties. We're also going to season these guys with a little bit of salt and freshly ground pepper. Give them one last final swirl because you don't have a mixing spoon, and carefully remove your paprikash from the oven. As you can see, the sauce has reduced a bit. You could remove the chicken and simmer it down even further if you like, but either way, we're seasoning it with salt and pepper before plating it up with some of our Hungarian dumplings, Sokovian dumplings. I'm going for the dark meat bits because why wouldn't I? Spooning a whole lot of this flavorful sauce over top, thick or thin, I love them both. And then we're going to bring some nice freshness and acidity to the party with a dollop of sour cream, the perfect surface on which to sprinkle some paprika. Maybe this is the pinch that Vision was referring to, and the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add some rough chopped parsley for color. Now, this turned out really nice. It's a really simple dish, but it's very warm and comforting, and even if you didn't grow up with a grandmother that you called Oma, it somehow still tastes just like Grandma used to make. Not only is it part of the Clean Plate Club, it's part of the Clean Table Club. Gross. This is officially the last meal that I'm ever going to cook in this apartment. I move tomorrow. That's why there's nothing here, because everything's in boxes. I just want to express my appreciation to all of you and to this kitchen. We've been through a lot together in this kitchen. I'm going to miss it. And I hope you guys love the new space, but let us always fondly remember this place. Anyway, thank you. I'll see you guys in the new spot. Except there's going to be 2 more episodes shot in this kitchen because I batch shot a bunch of episodes before the move because I got to go there and set up. So 2 more episodes in this kitchen, but then in May you'll be seeing the new place. So I'll see you then.